Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I am live right now with Nima, Tyler, Andre, and Ricardo, the Keys team. We have a really exciting announcement to show you, so I'll let Nima kick us off. Nima?
Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Daniel. Really excited to provide some updates on what our team has been up to. So as you can see, this is the Alpha Meta Mansion, and we're going to go and tour very quickly a special part of some of the changes that we've been working on inside the Meta Mansion, specifically inside of the showroom. And the showroom is obviously a space that artists, furniture brands, products, all relevant products and businesses that we plan to integrate with. The showroom is the space that we could actually offer advertising space as well as a place for creators to come and display their products. So many of you have already been here. However, the recent changes that we made include the addition of larger display frames. As you can see, we have now introduced the first ever real world metaverse listing. Our partner, Tony, and community member who is an active real estate professional in Miami, was kind enough to allow us to feature his listing, real world listing, inside of a meta mansion. So obviously this is a big milestone for us. And as you move forward, you will notice that we have added a variety of different brands and businesses. For example, on the left side, we have Jason of Beverly Hills. On the right side, we have a Patek Philippe watch. And in the near future, we obviously plan to integrate our marketplace here and allow users to interact with these items and commercialize this space so that MetaMansion holders can actually find monetization value from these display areas. So moving forward from here, you can see a table. You could see obviously two more display walls, including a game that we've been working on relevant to the island biome known as the Owls of the Ocean that we plan to introduce soon. And on the left side, you will notice a Rolex watch. And it's important to note that we are not affiliated with these brands. However, we want to show the value of advertising inside of a meta mansion in order to spark some creativity within our community. So this is the couple of the changes that we've made to add more value to the showroom alpha. And now moving forward, we'd like to go inside some of the new meta mansions that we've been working on, including Magnavi, Kalisa, Amore, and a variety of other ones that are currently under development. So as we move forward to take a look at those meta mansions, it's important to recognize that for us, the step-by-step approach of going through these meta mansions is very important because each one of them, in many ways, brings a unique element. And as we step inside Magnavi, here you see the tutorial. And as we step inside, it's very important to recognize that this is a completely different viewpoint. It's a completely different meta mansion. It's much more spacious. And the possibilities are realistically endless. So obviously we've been working on customization, which all of our gameplay users are going to be able to customize the interior of this meta mansion. We've been working on all sorts of creative additions that add more value, both in terms of spaces and of course in terms of monetization. We want to turn these meta mansions into monetary gains for the holders so that each one of these spaces has tangible benefits. And as we take a look inside the spacious, and for today's sake, we're not going to be going upstairs. This is just a very quick preview of the actual gameplay experience. We want to get the ideas across of how we've been exploring some of the adventures, including gamification, and also the monetization. So you see how spacious this is compared to the showroom alpha, and we'll leave it at this, but there are some very, very cool spaces on the second and third floor. Now moving forward to the next meta mansion that we're very excited about, which is Kalisa. Kalisa comes with a twist because in the NFT, and as a reminder, these are NFTs that are playable. Kalisa has a twist because in the NFT, there's only 3 levels. But in the actual playable meta mansion, we actually added a very, very special component, which we may leave for gameplay users, but for the sake of experiencing the actual meta mansion, we wanted to showcase the details. And for us, it's very important that we pay attention to every single detail, not only the customization detail, which integrates building materials and all sorts of design elements, but if you notice, every single step, every single railing, every single component of the meta mansion, we pay the utmost attention to. And of course, in the luxury niche, it's all about attention. And we want to make sure that when we do come across these spaces, we paint a very good picture for brands and businesses that want to integrate. So without going upstairs, just to get a sense of the space and the ambience and just getting an understanding of what the possibilities are in these spaces, you can imagine all the different artwork, products, events, and all the different mini games that could be hosted inside a meta mansion. And trust me when I tell you, the next level upstairs is something that you would never imagine. And thanks to our incredible team, we've been able to actually bring it to life. And that's what's exciting about the metaverse, because in the real world, when you construct, you have to face a ton of regulations, you have construction limitations, but in the metaverse, developers, architects, artists, creators, the world is yours to create. So as we wrap up this discussion, there is one more meta mansion that most people don't know that we've finished, but it's a very good one to end off on, and it is Amore. So as we start to step inside the next meta mansion, which is the Amore meta mansion, very important note, there will be a mystery box inside of this meta mansion. And without getting into further details and starting to get into all sorts of cool discussions with our team about how we're going to be adding more and more value to this space, and honestly, this is one of my favorite ones. Not only does it resemble love, but the details and the attention to every single corner is truly unmatched. So as we've been working on this, we've been closely monitoring spaces that we could use for showroom value. And of course, every single meta mansion is a form of a virtual showroom. But if you pay close attention, there are spaces that stand out in terms of where the user centerpieces of attention, where the user directs their gameplay functions and their gameplay experience to. So as you can see from a brief general viewpoint, you could see where the eyes are headed. And of course, we have spaces upstairs, but Meta Mansion Amore has a central piece that we do plan on incorporating a mystery box that is going to be very exciting. So enough from my end. I could talk for all day. I'll pass the microphone over to Daniel, Tyler, Ricardo, Andre. Would love to hear from you guys on what you see when you see some of these virtual spaces.
I mean, I'm super excited to finally come to the point that we're actually exploring more mansions and we're pushing past the limitations that a lot of people thought we had. So I'm finally happy that we're in this position. Tyler, any final comments?
Yeah, same thing, Daniel. Really excited to start showcasing all of the community, what we've been working on the last couple months. You know, it wasn't an easy process to obviously convert these mansions and do all of the clay modeling process and get them onto the island biome. And it's going to be really fun as we start to dive into this process and you guys can start jumping inside. You guys are going to start getting these creative ideas on how you can start customizing and monetizing these spaces. So now you can start earning revenue at the end. So, you know, without further ado, really excited to share this video with you guys today. And I'll pass it over to Nima for any final kickoffs.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you said it perfect. And not only are we excited, but we're loving every step. And these challenges are ones that no human being has ever crossed when it comes to creating virtual value out of these assets that were once an NFT. And I don't know how you can compare Meta Mansions to another NFT collection, but if you look at the quality, the actual details, the customization element, the thought process behind taking a space in the form of essentially a computer game and creating monetary value out of some of these assets, I can't wait to continue building on top of this world. And last but not least, thank you for our community members who continue to give us feedback. Because one thing we always say, every single conversation, is let's make sure that we incorporate what our people want inside of our world. So with that being said, thank you.
One
We
thing,
hope you found.
let
Yes, go ahead,
me
Tyler.
let me final off. I can't wait to see all of the crazy content that our community is gonna put together once they step inside of these new meta mansions. So without further ado, Nima, go ahead and kick it off and say goodbye.
Yeah, I'm just excited to start bringing some humanoids to this areas, and I want to start bringing avatars. I want to start bringing all sorts of assets, and I know the whole team is excited, and that excitement is going to replicate within our community. So thank you guys. Happy Friday. Looking forward to some serious updates in May, and let's keep it moving.